If you ever thought that 4Kids were the only ones keeping things under a certain control, yeah, not so much. Hello all, KB here, bringing you back another special video. I mean, if every video of mine was special, then none of them would be special because, I mean, all be the same. And considering how surprising Pokemon is to begin with, it's no doubt that this particular moveset was inspired off diving Pokemon into two pieces in the manga. Sorry, that was autocorrect cutting. So since the Japanese names actually dictate what the moves do and what Pokemon can cause them, you could say that these are what the name should actually be. No matter what you call them, you can't take away their originality. And I could say in this sort of context that compared to us Westerners, Japan don't really pull many punches, throw more than you expect. So we're going to run down the list and believe me, it's not just dark type moves. You'll see. Oh, what a Mega Punch! Well, I'll see your Mega Punch and I'll raise you a Megaton Punch. So yeah, forget Dynamic Punch, just add a bit of Nuclear Disaster there and you'll get every Pokemon looking like Grimer. So is Stomp not sounding effective enough to solve the problem? Why not go full Lion King mode and use Trample? Horn Attack? Boring. A Thrust? Shows that you mean business. You could see that Japan was heavily inspired by chav culture at some points because anything involving a horn going through the body becomes a stabbing. Fury Attack becomes Disturbed Stab. Yeah, leave a nice little satanic carving in the torso. And Poison Jab? Lace that knife with poison and it too becomes a stab. Double Edge making a more literal stance with life-risking tackle. This will either kill you or the foe. So it could be a win-win, lose-lose, lose, win-win, lose. Try saying that 4 times fast. A bit of a bonus, because you could interpret this into anything. But the translators, I think, messed up with this one. Leer becomes Glare. Guess more confusing. And then Glare becomes Snake Glare. So I guess you know they mean business. The Basilisk would like a word. Acid? Well, if you thought it was just vinegar, bad news for you. It's specifically corrosive liquid, whether it's sulfuric or hydrochloric. Not sure, mate. So Hyper Beam isn't just a Snorlax doused with sugar, it's actually a destruction beam. Gotta rest a bit before you destroy shit again. Japan also loved their references to hell, and not in the most subtle of ways either. Submission? Submit to the underworld with hell. Sand Tomb? Well, get buried in sand. Hell. And Throat Chop? But I mean, that's already violent enough with the ability to crush a windpipe and everything. But what if it was a slit of the throat with like a hell thrust? They also sure love their numbers. Ever wondered how lethal Thunderbolt is? Roughly 100,000 volts. To scale, only 50 are needed to kill someone. How high is the horsepower? 100,000 horsepower. So you're pretty much getting run over by 68 Bugatti Chirons. Why did we ever ditch the standard horseback to get around? Leech life? Nah, suck blood. Much more simple. And more blood sucked in later games. Not such a lovely kiss when it's actually a demon's kiss. Preview for the next Insidious movie. This sounds like a job for Super Fang! Oh no! My arch enemy! Hatred Fang! I am you, Super Fang. Oh no! Help me, Hyper Fang! Sorry, dealing with my evil twin, Certain Kill Fang. Well, we're fucked. Attract now becomes Mad Love. Did anyone ever question what if misery became real? Poison Fang, I mean, this is a bit of a boring one. It's now Excessive Poison Fang. To put that into perspective, Toxic's name is Excessive Poison. And Toxic is pretty bad. Especially when you get accused in Among Us. It was green, I was in electrical. Sheer cold. That's a bit vague, isn't it? Now you're reaching absolute zero. The lowest possible point on the Kelvin scale. Yeah, you're dead. Bullet Seed? Well, I mean, what type of gun is it? It's a seed machine gun! So I mentioned the dark type at the beginning of the video, and in Japanese, dark type is in fact evil type. Take with that what you will. Dark Pulse is now Evil Pulse. Hex, which is a ghost type move, yeah, but is Evil Eye. To be honest, I think Hex is a bit more creative. Night Slash, and this is the best one. Crossroad Killing, but it's named after a form of practice that was performed by some samurai. They test this effectiveness by attacking a human opponent, usually a random defenseless passerby, in many cases during nighttime. Picture this, you're walking through a dark and empty forest, and then from behind you, a wild surf edge appeared. Nasty Plot is now Sinister Plot. I hope it's nothing like the film. We got Storm Throw. What good is just a throw gonna do? Come on now. Mountain Storm, there we go. Now we're talking business. Heavy Slam. Oh, what kind of slam? I mean, you know, be more specific. Should we call it heavy bomber? Good, I mean, still vague. Bombs are bad though, so yeah. Acid spray, acid bomb. I mean, I spray Febreze in my living room, but a grenade in there, probably not a good idea. Inferno. How can it get more violent than that? I mean, Inferno's a pretty big deal. Well, what if it hurt you to such a degree that it would actually send you to purgatory? Beggars can't be choosers. Coming from the master of death himself, Yveltal, Oblivion Wing is pretty much Death Wing. I'm surprised this isn't a one-hit KO. And now with the absolute absurdities of Z moves, which I probably just reminded you about. Acid Downpour? Could just be a light shower. Acid Poison Delete! No traces left. Twinkle Tackle? Is that just Edward Cullen playing American football? No. Lovely Star Impact. So lovely, it's gonna melt your face off. Catastrophica. Now we gotta recycle some things. Certain Kill Pikachu. I didn't know death could be so cute. First impression? Well, I don't know, you could shake someone's hand or say hi to them. You'd just be a polite person. Wow, what if it was a head-on collision? Nice to meet you. Not really nice if you don't like to be submissive. Let's take it one step further than acupuncture. With shadow stitching. Oh yeah, I can't wait till my new tattoo is finished. Light that burns the sky? Haven't used enough descriptive words in there, mate. How about heaven's scorching light of destruction? Yveltal, we meet again. And then remember that wonderful game known as Pokemon Go and that wonderful Eevee that was in the game? Well, he got some cutesy moves, but sometimes they're a bit too cutesy. Sizzly Slide? Nah. Blazing Burn? Sappy Seed? Fast Growing Bomber? So a bit of a variation to Seed Bomb. Sparkly Swirl? What's a Swirl gonna do? No, Sparkly Storm. And finally, this one is from Generation 8. Yeah, there's only one. I looked through an entire list. I worked so hard. Not my fault. Grav Apple. I mean, an apple just falls and plonks your head. You may get a mild concussion. Or it might have been just what you needed because you were hungry. Now, how about G-Force? Yes, that one's a bit of a stretch, but G-Force could mean anything. It could take the certain amount of G-Force to actually kill you. Take me back to my days of disturbing Pokemon and the whole guessing of Alakazam's brain cells, but, you know, I was young. I was still smart, but had a bit more stupidity. Still smart. So that is the first of many Halloween videos to be done. I wanted to find an excuse and find somewhere for it to fit in. If you like that, then be sure to check out other stuff for myself on this channel and follow me on all social media. Yeah, all of them. No, just whichever ones are most comfortable to you. And be sure to join my Discord because there's conversations going on in there, and it would be nice to have you on board. Be a great party going on. And until next time, thank you, and lights out.